Hello, everybody. It is I, Claude Bars. Good Luddy, it's a Cluddy, as some people might say. So, not sure if you can hear me. I hope so. I hope I've got everything turned on. I've put the link, which I can't keep at the top, so I'll try and put it up every now and then. As you know, the Claude just does short shows. This could be very short, depending on who comes in or not, but a maximum of 1 hour. So, if if you're going to come on, please do so soon because at the hour mark, or before I'll be, trotting off, so to speak. So I hope everybody is well, having a good time. The Claude has been a bit up and down, to be quite honest. Sometimes you do a lot of work, you make some videos, you cobble stuff together, and very few people watch. Others times they watch, but they watch the ones you think, oh, this is a bit average, and suddenly it gets a lot of views, and the ones you think are really good don't get many views at all. So I never quite understand how that works. But you know what? No use complaining. It's life. It's life. Life and the universe. So yes, I've been busy watching, other streams, other shows. It's good to see Gangster back off on, and Missing Mod doing some shows. I don't always go on. Sometimes I do, but sometimes I find it's very hard to get a word in. I mean, some people, my God, some of the callers, they go on and on and on. Just as you think they're about to stop, they like start up again. Or the thing that the Claude really gets uh, anxiety about is when he goes on a show. People have been talking for hours normally. The Claude is halfway through a first sentence, and somebody, some clown, I think, butts in with something totally different. Just bang, back to them. Oh, so that does get me a bit worked up. I guess that's all about what life is about. Now, I thought that I picked a time that would be all right for people. I think it's Saturday night, Saturday early evening Eastern Standard Time. Uh, Let me tell you about some of the clips I've put up recently. Some of them been very long clips, which is called a video. Oh, that's funny, isn't it? And um, they do all right, but sometimes people can't be bothered making their way through all that. But I tell you, I saw this wonderful show by Sir Sick, um, and he got stuck into our favorite creationist, or maybe favorite's the wrong word, um, and who Sir Sick talked about how Kent was keen on debating en masse or the other way around. And I put a clip up of that because I thought that was great and directed people to see the full thing at Sir Six channel. It got quite a few hundred views, so I thought that was good. Another one that did okay on the full videos was where Kent was wishing his sister happy birthday, and he did so by saying, "Well, look, if anybody knows her address or how to contact her." Excuse me. Sorry about that. It's going to be as bad as Kent Hovind with his coughing and throat clearing. Sorry. I do apologize. Uh, and so Kent says, anybody knows his sister, can they pass the message on? Because Kent is alienated from his entire family, the whole lot, and yet he's never at fault. So go figure that one out. The other one was, he had a thing where he was going on and on and on and on about. He always talks about the Volkswagen, and he didn't do what his daddy said and change the oil, and he's going out on the hot date, and then just as they're getting home to deliver his woman safely home, the lights on the dashboard come on, and he thinks, "Oh my God, if I'd only listened to Daddy and done what he said." That's quite funny. Yeah, thank you, Soot, for saying Gesundheit to me there. Soot has been in some of the streams that I've managed to get onto, which I'll come to later. That's always been good. Yes, so I then thought, well, that reminds me of that Meatloaf song, Paradise by the Dashboard Light. So I cobbled the two together. And it was really, well, if I say so myself, it was quite funny. So, yeah, the old breaking down car on a date trick. But, if he's to be believed, Kent was a virgin on his honeymoon, so maybe he didn't see paradise by the dashboard lights. And then there's another one where Kent has come up with a list of people who should be executed for what they do, and some of them are just because of their sexuality or their preferences. I think that's just disgusting. And he just, he just reinforces that idea. They should be put to death. I mean, I'm not going to say which. You can look it up for yourselves. For we all know what he doesn't like. Yeah. So, hello everybody. Ambushed, apostate. Me and Kurisu are in line to get supper. Oh, very good. Deviant, hello too. Soot and Deviant can talk to each other via the chat if they've fallen out at all for any reason ever. Yeah, perfect. Come on the you see, I've entitled the show the Kent Sandra Hovind call-in show because I live in hope that either Kent or Sandra or Joseph even might call in and I can interview them. So, they have a chance to do so. There's another one where I put up the full. I've gone onto the shorts. The other videos are Kent's desires for the rest of his life, which I intersperse with clips of him perhaps doing other things. And it's got to get a bit of a laugh. And the other one, the one that's really, I think, is really good is that guy, Tyler, I think is his name. He calls himself Pluto, and he actually gets on Kent's show and he just corrects him about everything. It's great that he can do that. He's probably a bit nervous, as I would be too. We're talking about an hour show maximum, Deviant. But of course, if I run out of talk, it could be quicker. So Kent always talks about the many types of he expands evolution out. He takes it far further than the theory of evolution, which is biological evolution, which was written up by Mr. Darwin. Well, you've got to talk about the Big Bang, and chemical evolution. No, those are just colloquial terms for evolution. You could virtually say the evolution of, let me think, the evolution of the car, or the evolution of germ control, or the evolution of food production, or the evolution, just you name it. That's a colloquial form of evolution. When people talk about evolution, capital E, or the theory of biological evolution, it has nothing to do with Hovind's straw men 6 versions of evolution. So he really explains that well and calls them out. But of course, Hovind's still back on as though he's never even heard it. Very, very, very frustrating. but that's what he's going to be like because he's, dishonest. Then the other thing is that I was on another show the other day, the Random Christian Show. Now, these guys seem actually quite fun. And they have a good laugh, but they don't question Kent at all. So Christian comes on this. He comes on this show and he does the usual shtick. He is the one that makes the claim that he's majored in math and science. So I'm not blocked on that channel. So I come on and ask a few questions. A whole lot of different questions, actually. Unfortunately, don't seem to be able to replay the chat. And the one I really want to know, since he said it, I asked the simple question, where did you major in math and science? Now, the guys that are the hosts of the show, they sort of convert it into a slightly different question, but near enough. And Kent immediately goes, that's, what does he call it? What's that Latin word? Ad hominem. And and distracts from giving a straight answer. So he then goes on to his doctorates, and that wasn't my question. His doctorates are fake, and that's okay. He wants to call himself a doctor. But even those are not in math and science. They're in some loose field called Christian education. So I'm trying to nail him on that. All right, Kent, you say you have majored in math and science. Now, as far as I know, when you major in math and science, you're at an institute of higher learning, so university, or which I think you sometimes call college. You don't major in math and science at high school or whatever school you go before high school, or even at kindergarten. You don't major. That's not the term. So he's using it to convince people that he's got these qualifications that he hasn't. Also, if you major in something, you only come out with a degree. So if you major in math and science, you'd get a B science, or a master's, or in the case of some people, even a doctorate. I'm jealous, of Kurisu, who's at McDonald's with Ambushed. So you guys must live in a similar area, which is great. I don't know if you knew each other before all the, we all started putting up little clips and keeping an eye on Kent, the slippery Kent, or not. But that's great. If and of course I love people like Big Bad Mama, aka Creationist Crybaby, and I was so pleased when you could all meet at the protest. I was in Singapore. I was not able to come over for it. It's a bit difficult to fly for goodness knows how many hours. But what I thought was fabulous. And of course, that caught Kent out of beauty too. In the lead up to that, he was going to come there and he was going to talk, and it was the atheists were going to chicken out. These dang atheists, who he blames for everything. If you and not all evolutionists are atheists. By no means are evolutionists just atheists. Not at all. There are a number of prominent Christian evolution acceptors, and they put science for what they might interpret the Bible for. Oh, it's Big Bad Mama. Hi, Big Bad Mama.
Hey.
Hey.
I don't want to. We're just about to end. I just thought I'd come on and say hi.
Yeah. Well, we don't go on forever here. So,
right.
So, are you about to go out for dinner?
I'm going to go out and see a concert tonight.
Oh, a good one.
Yeah, it should be good.
Not a Kent Hovind singing concert.
No, it's a James Taylor cover band.
Oh, cool! I love James Taylor. Yep. Oh,
yeah. It should be. It should be really good. I saw my friend plays in but he plays in a similar band, and I went up to this venue and had a really good time. So I'm going to go back there and see the James Taylor show.
You just a
Am
little
I
bit
coming
of
through okay?
roboting.
I seem
Little
to
bit
be.
of roboting. Little bit robot. Can you move to a different area in the house?
How about now?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, good. Very good. Yeah.
How about now? Am I better?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm lagging. Maybe I'll try to come back in.
Okay, yeah, that would be good. Yeah, good. Do I boot you or do you? Yes, that you've done it yourself. Yes, I was just saying that that it was the chickens out in the end. I mean, this is just classic stuff. But the callers, so not the callers, the supporters, they never get it. He could do anything he liked, anything he liked. Yes, well, Deviant says if you come on BBMs, yes, he's going to be quick, apparently. Here we go. Hello.
How about now?
Yeah, that's good.
Better?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Did you see I went on Hovind the other night?
Yes, I did. Yeah, that was really good. He doesn't seem to get it though, ever. It doesn't last.
Well, yeah, I mean, he never learns anything. That's for sure. Is that what you mean?
Yes. He the next day he's on, and even when Tyler Pluto explained,
yeah, he just repeats the same stuff the next day. He doesn't.
Yeah, and he's such a coward that he's gone on and replayed Tyler's stuff without giving Tyler the chance to, Yeah, that's not happy. But I thought Tyler's explanation.
What was? I mean, Tyler made a lot of good points, I thought.
Yeah, well, the one that really got, really explained it clearly to me and to his followers is how the 6 types of evolution nonsense. That we're talking about the theory of evolution.
God, yeah,
it's biological, and Kent is back, today or yesterday, going on about that. Oh, God,
right. That's his classic dodge.
Yes, yeah.
At least he was more polite this time.
Yes, he isn't threatening to, I mean, you have a good relationship. I think that's good. I don't quite have the same. I was on this show, and Soot was in the comment. It was called The Random Christian, spelled with a K because the guy's name is Christian with a K. It's quite a good name for a show. And we were on there in the comments, and when it was mentioned,
that's funny
because you could see Hovind do that smile, the gritted teeth smile, when he heard my name, because he knew he couldn't boot me.
Oh, I'll have to watch that. Did they actually read one of your questions?
Yeah, they never read it out in word. I kept on going, just say it as I said. Please ask this one question, because I'd fired a whole lot of things around. And it was, Hovind had mentioned that he'd majored in math and science. And I said, ask him where. But it turned into, tell us about your education background. So he mentioned his doctorates. And he, of course, said, people that ask those questions, it's ad hominem. They're trying to detract from the, it's not. And as I said in my comments, look, he's the one that made the claim. It's not. I didn't bring it up. He brought it up. He should be able to say
he should
where.
Be able to defend it real easily.
Yeah, but just say where. Was it the University of South Pacific? Was it the California? Was it, whatever? Was it even the diploma mill? At least tell us where. But he didn't. His PhDs, even the worthless ones.
I mean, we already know the answer. And it's like he knows that we know the answer.
Yeah. So he won't. So they've actually now said they could get me on a show. So
that's good.
That will be great. Yeah. He won't like it, so I suspect he might put pressure on. And I said I'll behave. Yeah, we'll make it a bit of fun. I'm not going to. I said I'm not going to.
Right. I mean, you're not going to disrespect the hosts or anything.
So no, they've got a sense of humor, but they, at the moment, just believe what he says, take it unaccept without any form of questioning. So,
I mean,
and there's people.
they've never looked deeply into his background, probably.
Yeah.
Hey, Ambushed, good to see you, and I'm glad you made it to Carisu's place, and you guys are, I guess it's your place too. So they're roommates now, which is cool.
That was cool because it's such a big country. You could be anywhere in America, talking online here, and then you can actually go out for dinner with someone. It's amazing.
Right. I met those guys at the Ark. It was real fun to meet them.
Yes, I said earlier that was great to hear that. So,
and I knew when I met Tyler there, I knew Tyler from being on the Hovind show, but I didn't make the connection with him being the Tyler that had commented on like a lot of my videos and your videos and stuff. And so, but we had a nice chat, and it was really good to talk to him.
Yeah. Well, is he in the science field, or
I don't know that.
Yeah, he certainly explained it well. I think like all of us, we can stammer a bit and not always speak so clearly, but when you listen to what he says, it's exactly right. Exactly right. And it's a good answer, this is evolution in the colloquial sense. Just as like if Kent is going to go down that road of evolution being applied to all I could do it to the evolution of Kent Hovind marriages, the evolution of Kent's tax affairs. You could use the word evolution for anything virtually,
and that's been explained to him how many times.
And unfortunately he's gone back on it in his latest thing, and he's back on saying the same thing. So
that immediately gets him. He can't give that up, because that immediately gives up the Big Bang and that kind of stuff if he does that. He just has to, if he accepts that the theory of evolution is just biology, then he has to address it from that perspective alone, and he can't just bring up you came from a dot of nothing exploding or whatever.
I put one up recently about called about what was it? The paradise by the dashboard light. I must work on that. I think that could be reworked to a whole lot of different things. That was a fun one. It got a lot of views. It's just when I heard him going on about those dashboard lights coming on, I suddenly remembered Meatloaf. What a great
And what was he talking about, really? I mean, he was on some hot date or something, and
he's done it many times. It's about not listening to his father, who had said, now son, you've done this and this, you got to change the oil. But he was in a hurry to go on the hot date, so he didn't change the oil. And just as he was going home, the car comes to a halt, and with the dashboard lights come on.
Oh, okay.
He could see paradise by the dashboard light. Except he didn't, because he was a virgin on his honeymoon, if we believe that. So I'll give him that. I think he possibly would be.
I mean, when you mention it that much, though, if you actually, I mean, it's almost like he's using that as a point to make, we don't know what's real or not from his past.
I have to say, yes.
We can't take his word for anything.
No. So that was quite good. But there was another one where he was saying that got to watch out for tech is sort of like fallen angels, and could be fallen angels, and the Antichrist could be a robot. And
really,
if the Antichrist, yes, I put up some shorts of it.
Okay, I'll have to find that.
Yeah, and so the Antichrist, it's in response to one of his callers or a question.
Oh, okay, right.
And so he does that, and then the Antichrist could be this if it's a robot, it would just execute you. You're gone, death penalty. And then I put up one where he and Steven Anderson are talking about what qualifies for the death penalty. And of course,
the prison
people
call.
who murder. If you curse your mother and father, yes, should be executed. And of course, people with a certain sexual orientation, I'm not going to say what, I think we all know, they should be executed too. That's quite, so, and it isn't the government should do it because he says we should. So, yeah, so I put a few of those things up just to, Deviant's in the hello, Deviant.
Hey.
Howdy doody.
Howdy doody.
In the West.
I don't think Steven Anderson was really his friend when he did that to him. He was trying to kind of trap him by getting him to say those things. Which, he believes him himself, Steven Anderson, but he was trying to get Hovind to pin him down and say that all those things deserve the death penalty.
Yeah.
And Hovind fell for it.
Yep, he did. Yeah. I've got one up called.
Sorry.
I'm wondering if. Oh, sorry.
No, that's right. I'll just say one thing and I'll go back to you. Kent Hovind's Sexless Concubine Adultery is the title of one of my shorts. It's only had 2 views.
Talk about clickbait.
Kent Hovind, well, it's quite funny because he talks about King Herod. What is it? Had 700 concubines. Well, he may not have committed adultery because he might not have had sex with them. That's what he's saying. Come on. Come on.
Concubine.
Yeah. What do you think they have a concubine for? Anyway, now back to you, David. How are you going? And talk with Big Bad Mama.
I'm great. I could be better because I do have a slight headache, but that's
everybody's got
small
something.
Potatoes. Exactly. No, I was thinking about you. You said that Hovind thought angel or robots were angels or no, the demons or what?
Technology could be operated by fallen angels.
Oh, okay.
He's talking about AI too.
Yeah. Yes. Watch out, that's coming. And I mean, I have concerns about it, but he always takes it back to this. It's a devil thing or Antichrist.
I wonder what he would think if he knew that in China a couple of, or I guess it's a team of biologists and I don't know the specific field, but people who work with technology, specific robotics, are working together to create a robot that will be able to not digest. Digest is when you eat. You don't digest a baby. But be pregnant with it. You inseminate the embryo into the robot, and it's supposed to be able to grow.
So it's a robotic womb or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Which is, it's super cool. It's a bit scary when you think about how many effed up people there are in the world and what people might use it for if they succeed. But I mean, it's not demons.
What if they wanted to take a human sperm and inseminate a chimp egg in the robotic womb? Would you support that? I was expecting a quick no on that one, but
yeah, no, I mean, I immediately say the reason I hesitated was the fact that I was about to say no, and then I realized that if you had said they were both human, I would have been more hesitant to say no. And the reason is that I consider animals more innocent by nature than humans. Of course, I don't consider newborns as anything but completely innocent. So that's what my head kind of went for a spin. Like,
Well,
am I inconsistent?
Scientifically, it would be interesting, but just from the perspective of what that organism would be, I would feel sorry for it.
Exactly.
And I wouldn't.
Exactly.
It would be alone. In the world, and I wouldn't wish that upon that poor creature.
No, and that's where my mind went when I
I know. I'm just
read
giving you a
about.
hard time because you hesitated.
I know. But it's also interesting because it did have me think about the fact that I in many ways have more compassion for animals than humans, but I still have a lot of compassion for humans. But maybe I don't have more compassion. I feel more protective of
Right.
animals.
And humans have control over their lives, whereas animals are largely controlled by humans, especially, domesticated animals.
Exactly. No, but
So it's like they
I
need
was
protection. They need actually human protection to, save them from the crazy
from us
humans.
basically.
Yeah, from us.
Yeah. And we take advantage of them in different ways. Sure, there are things where we do need them still to this day, but I'm thinking about the medical science and so forth to test things.
I
But at
guess,
the same
but a lot less
time,
than we used to, and especially with
yeah,
AI, that's where AI is coming in handy, I would think, in terms of medical testing.
yeah, I would say both yes and no, because an AI can't tell you how it will affect a living organism. It can make predictions, perhaps, but so can scientists.
I'm looking forward more to the prostate exam from an AI robot with very thin finger. I think
You're
that's
looking
one
forward to it.
improvement.
Okay.
Well, what I mean
That's
is,
a new one.
rather than,
How do you know your robot won't have sausage fingers instead of?
well, exactly,
Mhm.
because it'll be designed, but like God, and it'll be designed with a tiny little finger. You won't even know.
But I mean, you could say that our human fingers are, if any fingers are to be put there, it's probably human fingers. So you could say that human fingers are the best for the purpose, because
Well, not if they're too
I mean,
big.
we didn't evolve to have like anuses that were
Oh my
suited
God.
for chimp finger.
Better a
You brought
better
up the
finger than a
subject.
hand, Claude.
How did this start?
Yeah.
Well, not if you're something, you'd have to check that out.
You brought it up.
Yes, you brought it up.
How did they? Well, I'm just thinking that's one area where it could be an advantage. That's why I choose a tiny doctor.
Smart thinking. No,
The
but
first thing,
I was
when you go look for a doctor, you say, you shake their hand and you're not actually looking at their face. You're checking out the finger.
You have them
Very
put their hands
sensible.
out and measure their finger size.
not this one.
Well,
Not this one.
Hasn't fear been struck into the art of every man with the snap of the glove? You know? No. Oh my goodness! And the way, you know, people coming into the United States at the moment are getting a hard time. I'm not sure if there's any of that going on, but oh my goodness,
Yeah.
the
People that
border.
just leave to go on vacation and come back are being given a hard time.
Yeah, unbelievable. Oh my goodness. Do you think this is slightly off topic? Epstein, do you think he did off himself? I'm beginning to think he didn't.
if he because as I understand it, he didn't actually go to trial. He offed himself awaiting trial while incarcerated.
Oh, is that true?
That's that's the general thing. But the more I look at it, I'm not sure now. You see,
I thought he was convicted first.
No,
maybe
he had some
one
earlier convictions, earlier ones.
Right, he had an earlier conviction that was like
Yeah.
pled way down or whatever. But I guess in the current case, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but
So-
the question
I
to
don't
me is
know.
how come he suddenly was very convenient for a lot of people, and there's 3 minutes of missing, you know, and the guards just happened to be asleep and all this. It just something.
Well, and who was
something.
president at the time?
Yes,
Trump.
Yeah, see, I mean that to me that stinks because you know,
Yeah.
could you imagine if it was Obama who was president when that happened?
Yeah.
What they would say?
Oh goodness.
Justin says most men are facing the other way, Claude. He's shaking. Thank you very much.
Claude stares them right in the eye when they're doing it.
But no, I just you know, but this whole thing for me as a foreigner is quite fascinating. You know, that the breakdown of law and honesty in America seems it's very rapid. It's just
Yeah, it's pretty
crazy.
sad.
Yeah. Oh, God. So
It's
maybe
important to fight it, you know, fight it. I think.
Yeah. Oh. Yep. We've got to, you know, because what is it? And I think, wasn't it even a pastor that said, you know, people came for so-and-so's, but I wasn't let's say a gypsy. The authorities came for them, but I wasn't a gypsy, so I didn't say anything. Then then they came for the Jews, and I wasn't a Jew, so I didn't say anything. Then they came for me, and nobody said anything for me. You know, I mean, it's true, isn't it? So that's why you have to speak up. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the guy, but it's a poem.
Ah.
Yeah. Martin Niemöller.
Ah, that's right. Yes. That's
Yes,
the guy that
he was a pastor in the German Lutheran Church.
You say that with such a sexy accent.
Yeah.
Who was it?
It was.
Martin Niemöller.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Niemöller.
Niemeller, not Knee like Niemail.
No, it's
Niemöller.
Niemöller, as in no one.
Yeah, Justin has put
In
it up. He's
German.
got it just about right. Instead of Miller, it's Mahler, but he's got it pretty well right there. So,
Yeah.
Justin.
He wrote it in 1946.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really thought the January 6th stuff would be the end of Trump, but
One would have hoped.
yeah, I mean, I just can't understand why they would, you know, accept the fact that it is a cult.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of the characteristics of a religious cult.
Yep. It's also, as I have mentioned, before when we have talked, I think the vast majority of Americans, primarily Americans, but I'm sure it's all over the world, they underestimate the impact that Putin's Russia has had on American politics today. And I'm not just talking about using Trump as a puppet. It's begun way back in Soviet times. This like submersion, going in and affecting things in a way that you, as a normal citizen, doesn't really understand what is happening. That was the Soviet tactics. I mean, here in Sweden, we dealt with it.
Well, we've had kind of an evolution of it too. I mean, that was once the evil empire, and somehow we have it now where there's a portion of the population, and it's the extreme right, let's face it, that they're supporting Russia over Ukraine and blaming Ukraine for the invasion.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I don't know how you can justify that.
Possibly do that. It's amazing.
I was watching the live feed on Swedish television from the meeting between Zelensky and Trump. And Trump at one moment said, "This isn't my war, it's Biden's war." And I almost lost it.
He says that over and over again.
Yeah. He's right that it's not his war, but it's not freaking Biden's war either. It's Putin's fucking war.
Right.
He's the one. And to think, as you said, BBM, that there are people in the US on the far right who seriously argues that it's on Ukraine and Biden.
Yeah. And they blame it on NATO.
War criminal.
They blame it on NATO. The fact that, Russia was scared that Ukraine was going to go into NATO, and that gave them the rationalization to invade Ukraine.
But Russia invaded Ukraine in 2014.
Right.
And that was just the first military action they did.
And so Trump blames that on Obama. If you've listened to him recently.
Yeah.
He's saying Obama gave away, it was the worst land deal in history. Obama gave them the Crimea, and that was the apple of Ukraine. And but again, he didn't blame Putin for invading Crimea. He blamed Obama because he's a Putin mouthpiece, let's face it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's just what we've been talking about. I mean,
goodness,
it's horrible.
It really is. And me and Sut were talking this morning about, I mean, world powers do change. They always have. Nothing is going to be forever and ever and ever. It's not like we have reached this static moment where nothing can change. It's going to change. The question is, who are going to be the new superpower in the world? I don't think it's going to be Russia. I think Putin wants it to be Russia. But I don't think it's going to be Russia. I think it's going to be China.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because they have more.
It's hard to say. I mean, I guess the most important thing is just what are we going through right now, and what are people going through right now?
Absolutely.
And it's And also the situation in Gaza is Biden's fault
Oh
as
yeah.
well. It's never Netanyahu's fault at all. What's going on there?
It's such a weird thing that you have this person who's supposedly the leader of the free world, which I mean, the supposedly in that sentence is humongous. But anyway, you have this leader of the free world who, first of all, doesn't know freaking his ass from his face. And
Claude.
I mean, they are pretty similar.
Well, he'd get on better with a prostate exam.
And he surrounded himself with just nincompoops. I mean,
Yep. And he promotes. I mean, look at who he puts in power of the different departments of things. He's dragging down the. If he continues, there's not going to be a viable education system. There's not going to be viable universities. There isn't nothing that has made the US a power on the world stage is going to remain.
Yeah. I mean, we were never like high in terms of like education.
No.
On the world stage, but it's even getting worse.
Specialist ones you've been good at, specialist, but not general.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you haven't had
right.
like major universities and tech advances and that sort of thing. But
maybe led by immigrants like Einstein and von Braun.
Exactly. But as he is barring universities and threatening universities from taking on students from foreign countries, that's going to stop. And he's barring research in certain areas. So everything is coming. If you put an end to a research project in, say, biology, and you say you have to put an end to it now, this day, the doors are locked. You can't just let it sit for 6 months or a year until the not Supreme Court, his advisors and the other people in government eventually have convinced him that, hey, this is a really stupid idea. Don't do this. And then they just go in and
yeah, the damage has been done at that point. You can't just start it up again.
Exactly.
It's a war against the intelligentsia. I mean, and they're using whatever means as, calling them anti-Semitic or labeling them as woke or whatever they want to use. But that's what they're. I mean, they're using these labels to go to war against education in general.
Yeah.
In a
like
way,
Kent Hovind does.
Yes, it's
exactly.
I was going to say, Dinosaur Land is a microcosm of what America is becoming.
Yeah,
it's like where talent is not rewarded or encouraged, blind obedience. It's my way or the highway. It's quite bizarre.
I mean, that's why it was such an easy transition for me to go from Hovind to Trump. I can jump from one to the other because they're both the same in a lot of ways.
Yep.
Even though
No, they,
Hovind is actually probably really religious, whereas Trump is just a
Oh,
con
no,
man
no,
using
yeah,
religious
yes,
people. But
yes. There's no way that he's.
yeah, he's not a Christian
I
for
never
sure.
read in the Bible that you should grab women by certain anatomical parts.
Well, I mean, the Bible has its
Oh, it
part.
has its share of that, but not quite that. But I suppose somewhere there will be some super evangelist sort of promoting that idea. God.
I mean, there is an entire denomination of Christianity in the US nowadays that has a full-on theology where Trump is the Messiah. They worship Trump in churches that call themselves Christian, but they have added on Trump. So Trump is the second coming of the Messiah. He's here.
He's
And
not
I
the
mean, in a
Messiah.
way,
He's
I
just
can
a very
see.
naughty boy. Where does that come
Yeah.
from?
He's the second most famous
Important.
Christian, or second best Christian next to Jesus,
Yeah.
unless you're talking to Achilles.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny the other day when he was on, and because he's reinventing
You were giving him a
himself.
hard time.
I know. Yeah, somebody has to, and reinventing himself because he's obviously Proverbs guys just seems to be not firing at all. So he's on there and going on, and I can hear in the background. I'll just do the noise. See what you think. I hear. You hear it? Tick tick typing.
Oh,
That's how I know Achilles is on. He's constant typing in the background.
right.
So and when they were talking about because he believes in all these mythical creatures that Hovind believes still are around. So I came on and I said, yes, the abominable snowman really exists, but in a bit of an accident, he came across the ice wall, gnawed his way through it, and fell off the edge of the earth. So that was covering a number of Achilles' points in the same story. And why wouldn't he believe that? He seemed to express disgust that I'd said it. But I love it. I like it. Why not? And of course, he's on there, and I do remind him every time that when he's greasing up Missing Bod, that it was only a few months ago that he was saying the most appalling things and trying to trap Missing Bod along with Boland.
He
Remember
has
that?
he has
I'll
made
just remind him of that.
he has made amends for that.
Has he? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Aiden and I talked to Achilles backstage for like an hour and a half one night.
Mm-hmm.
And he felt really bad about that particular episode. Achilles even showed himself on camera, and I showed myself. Aiden couldn't. Well, we already know what Aiden looks like, but so yeah, he felt bad about that particular incident.
Oh well, that's good. That's a bit of progress.
Yeah.
I'll accept that.
And we talked to him about getting Steven to take that video down of on Rumble where it mentions Gangster Ghost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Stephen Boland did, as far as I understand it from Achilles, he did pull that video if Achilles talked to him.
Right. Oh, because
so those are good things.
Yeah, that's good. All right, I'll reluctantly
cut him a little slack.
We've just got to sort out the flat Earth business and
you're not going to sort that out. Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll sort out the Hovind loving business. He doesn't talk about him as much as he used to. But what's happened? Dan hasn't run his show, which I enjoyed going on for various reasons. He hasn't run it for ages.
I don't miss it.
No, but it shows you, and I don't know at what point Boland moves off and sets up his new ministry. It'll be his latest money-making scheme, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, well, he's moved from Dinosaur Adventureland. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know he was going, but he's actually gone now, has he?
Yeah, I think they moved to either Mobile or...
It was Mobile, yeah.
Yeah. So to set up a ministry, I guess. I don't...
Well, that's what I got a clip of that, and I put it up, funnily enough, saying that speculating how long he'll be gone for before he comes running back.
God, I hope he
But
doesn't, just for his
Hovind
sake.
said he was going to Mobile, but Hovind's latest, almost embarrassing love interest is Joseph. Oh, what do you think of that, Joseph? He's always looking for affirmation.
Validation.
And he's going, hey, Joseph. Oh, yes, Joseph. Oh, no, Joseph. Oh, whatever you say, Joseph. Oh, 3 bags full, Joseph.
I just think he knows that he can trust Joseph, and so it's like his guy,
for now.
I mean, for now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he never turned on Joseph, though.
No.
I mean, Joseph made some sort of a move to, well, I think he did leave DAL at some point for a while. And then, he kind of made those phone calls or those appearances that we, the Sandra left doc, that it was that era.
I wonder how that got provoked. I wonder how that got started.
Yeah.
I wonder how that happened. Oh, that must be.
Yeah, that was good. Really that was good. You got him because nobody knew at that point what had happened. No. And so it was good that you prompted him, and it was good that Joseph spoke up about it.
Yeah, I think he'd been drinking at the time. Sandra left doc.
took the store.
Yeah, 16,000. And all sorts of other things that were not appropriate for a Christian woman.
Which I want to know what that is.
Yeah, well, I would love to. Oh, wait a minute. My phone's going. Just hold on a second. Hello? Oh, it's Sandra here. Oh, hello, Sandra. Oh, I hope you're not on speakerphone. No, we're not. Oh, shit. Can't keep it up.
That has to be the worst imitation I've ever heard. I mean,
almost.
Don't you? I mean, you keep kind of hinting that there's going to be some interview with Sandra at some point. I mean,
well,
I guess you have to keep that in your back pocket or whatever.
Well,
you can't talk about it, but.
Oh my God! There's a very highly secretive negotiations going on here.
Is there an actual negotiation?
No, she hasn't replied
I didn't
to any of my
emails. I'd be like shocked if that happened.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Well, it depends how far Kent pushes it. He does occasional things about. He hasn't mentioned her directly, but all his wives have left him, and he does that, and it's never his fault. One day she might get fed up with that. Then she might come on and say, "Why?"
She's probably going. Yeah, she's probably going through some PTSD, I would imagine.
Exactly, that's what I think.
So as long as that's going on, she's probably not going to do that. But
I heard she was going through another man. But anyway.
Right.
You soon get over it. But
I hear from Cindy every now and again, and we have these like long texts. We text back and forth for a while, and then I don't hear from her for a little while, and then she contacts me, and I know she's got something, she's got something to tell me, and I'm always, willing to listen. But she and I have a pretty good relationship, good friendship.
Oh, no. I'm just going to put up the things not of a Christian woman that Justin suggests.
Right. Kent had all those from Steve Lynn.
Oh yes, I
forgot. Right.
He took Steve Lynn's dildo collection.
God. And
And
then he went to the feed store and had them altered to his satisfaction.
Kent wasn't
the
such
feeding grain.
We wouldn't even bring this up if Kent wasn't such a prick, but he's such a
exactly.
Kent brings up stuff like that too.
He does actually, yeah, he does. Especially with
I
mean, he doesn't bring up the word dildo and stuff, but he he does
would
bring
use a
up some
different
weird
word.
stuff.
Yeah. Hmm.
I mean, he constantly refers to National Geographic as
Yeah.
national pornographic, and that's during a freaking what's their sermons. That his streams are the sermons they have there at
Yeah.
DAL.
With
So
kids there.
exactly,
Hmm.
but you can't say shit because that's wrong.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
Proverbs guy, you can say dick, but not what was the other? I
Right.
forget which one.
That was right. I've
oh,
heard Kent use the word crap,
Oh,
and he actually, God, did he use the word shit one time?
I've tried to wipe crap from my vocabulary.
oh, you said crap.
Crap.
I heard
Crap.
prep, like PR. I was like, prep, what? PRAP.
It's a it's a pity missing mod. You try and say it's a pity missing mod, and you'll get it wrong. It's a pissing mitty mod. Isn't on because she would enjoy this chat.
She would.
She would like it a little bit.
I just talked to her on Discord last night.
Oh, and she hadn't. I thought we might have had another show by now.
We get together on Friday nights sometimes, and we chat. Missing Mod and sometimes Phantom.
Right.
Once in a while, Bond shows up or Odin.
What the fuck? Why haven't you
B.S.
told
Lewis.
me?
Are you on her Discord?
No.
Okay, well that's probably
I
gonna be rough if
I
you're-
didn't even know she had her own Discord.
She does.
Or maybe
I think you
yeah.
would probably have a good relationship with her at this point.
Yeah, we've had really good conversations the last times we have spoken.
Good.
Good.
We know how to wind her up. We know how to calm her down.
Oh, we're actually the last 2 weeks we watched Night at the Creation Museum, and then last night we watched Night at the Ark Encounter. These are the Eric Hovind videos. Oh my God, they're so bad.
Yeah, I guess you had a good laugh.
Yeah, they're pretty funny, and it's like I could like just debunk those things for like hours.
Yeah.
If I had time.
If I only had time. Well, that's what you need. You see, you need time. Well, you haven't got billions of years. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're atheists. Don't you love when he goes on about it's atheist evolutionists? There's many Christians who accept evolution. Many, and some of them are very
the majority.
Yeah, so he's just.
He never wants to admit that.
These dang atheists. Horrible people.
The only real Christians are creationists.
Right. Who also keep to his specific theology, quote unquote.
Can anybody point to the exact moment when Sandra decided enough was enough? Did she, like, she wasn't on one day singing a song with him and leaving the next? There was a bit of a gap, do you think? I'm trying to think what it might have been.
We know, I can't remember the date, but
it was after Christmas, wasn't it?
Well, there was something, but it was something she'd been planning, I think. It wasn't something that the day before she left, she came to this decision. I think she wanted to be able to get access to that money and make sure she had a nest egg waiting for her afterwards. But I mean, the reason she gave her sister-in-law was lies and chauvinism. So there must have been one straw that broke the camel's back. And it's probably a lie that he said that she caught him on or something. I don't know.
And because with the daughter being there, Kent's not exactly his marrying people off tendency.
Right.
I think the daughter's
and maybe
turning,
and actually come to mention it, Claude. I think we talked about that in the past, that I think that the daughter, Sandra's daughter, was the one that Kent was talking about when he was mentioning a wayward teenager, and he was calling all these places like up in Montana and different places to try to get her, what he thought would be helping her, but it would be basically sending her off to this like survival church camp type of deal where they try to break down the teenager. But I really think that they were talking about Sandra's daughter there, and maybe that had something to do with it.
Well, and he's also any woman.
Picked her dog.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, at least it wasn't.
It's possible.
But do you think, meaning cat, cats are less robust? Let me think. I think that the relationship would have been strained because you know how Kent is always, pastors, send your young women down here. We've got guys in the man cave. I don't think that would be very nice for a young woman. I really don't.
She hated it there.
Yeah.
She was smoking. I'm sorry, Deviant. I was just going to add that whoever it was that he was talking about was getting high.
Right.
Kent made it clear that, I talked to my psychologist friend and they said that, this is a classic symptom of somebody that's vaping marijuana or something. Do you remember that?
Oh,
yes,
right.
I do.
Yeah.
I really think that was Sandra's daughter, but
I was just going to say that he, oh, dang it.
Well, he was calling her his daughter too, our daughter, and she might not have liked that,
Yeah, but
Daddy Kent.
What I was going to say is, we know that he did this with Cindy. We know that, and I would guess that he maybe he didn't have time with Mary Toko, but we know that he was spreading out, basically shit talking Sandra behind her back to people at DAL to like prep them if it came to a point where he wanted to like get rid of her. We know his tactic is to harass them until they leave by themselves. We know he has used that tactic, and we know he's used it on not just like, we know it from Cindy, of course, but we also know it that he's done it to people at DAL. Like he spreads whispers and rumors about people so that if/when something happens, he can easily say, oh, but they yada yada yada, and people will immediately eat it up because they have already accepted that there is something off with that person, and he can look like innocent. And we know that he did that about Sandra way before. I mean, at least 6 months before she left. So that could have played into it too, that something had seeped through to her daughter or to her.
Right. And I was going to mention this thing that Soot is talking about as maybe one of the things that happened. But I do think that was Yasim, who used to be a Proverbs guy. I think that was her daughter. And it was Yasim's mom, Yasim, and then Yasim's daughters. And I think it was one of her daughters that Kent
the three daughters
poured the water on and turned the bed over and what have you.
But if he's going to do that, he would have also been prepared to do similar or worse to Sandra's daughter, whom he regarded as his daughter.
Right.
Which he was, So I think that, if he throw water out, imagine what he would do to Sandra's teenage daughter.
And why would he have mentioned that thing of getting a teenage girl help at DAL unless it was Sandra's daughter? He wouldn't have mentioned that on a stream multiple times. I mean, I remember him mentioning at least 2 or 3 times that he was calling these places to try to get her help. Hey guys, I gotta go.
I've got to go too. So now, I'm going to end the stream anyway. Thank you so much, both people for coming in.
Thanks,
We had a
guys.
good
Thank
time.
you.
And we'll see you next show. So from the three of us, it's over and out. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.